Hi, guys. Welcome back to Delusional Diaries podcast. I'm Hallie.
And I'm Jazz because I'm so fucking hungover, but Maddie's here.
I'm Maddie. I'm hungover too, but I booked glam, so I look fabulous.
I'm not that hungover, if I'm being honest. I'm just like...
Unwell's helping you.
It is. It genuinely is. This is not sponsored. Although I did try to push past the being hungover by smoking, and I fear this might be not the best choice.
Like what? You're high?
I didn't eat or got way too high way too quickly. I don't understand what's happening.
I'm scared
I'm
for you.
so
God
sorry.
gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. You can push through.
But I'm so happy Maddie is here today.
Same.
Don't cry.
You did a really good slick back for
Thank you so
your
much.
state.
Yeah, you look great.
I just dunked my face in water like 12 times, put on some First Aid Beauty moisturizer on my face.
Oh,
and
some ultra repair cream.
here I am.
Yep. Yeah, your slick looks good. The bun, it could be better, but the slick is giving.
Hey.
I had an extra hair tie. Believe it or not, it was worse, but prior to the additional hair tie. Hard to believe, I'm sure. I get my hair done on Tuesday, thank God. But anyways, I'm so happy we're all here together.
I missed you guys. It's been like 10 hours.
I know.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm sure you guys know because we post her all the time, but this is Maddie. Do you want to give like a little intro?
Let's talk about how we met.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I was a cunt.
you know what? I appreciate you coming out and saying that.
Yeah. The first time I met Maddie, I had just stopped talking to this guy and I was pretty fucking upset about it. And it showed.
But I didn't know that. So for context, we met at an Cynthia Raleigh fashion show event.
It was me and Carly that met you,
Yes.
and then Jazz wasn't there, but she was like, "Oh, I'll come meet you guys for
and you
dinner."
guys like did not want to make another friend. You're like, oh.
You know, like Maddie was like, or Carly was like, Maddie's gonna come, and then I was like,
I just wanted to
Oh.
have dinner. I'm like, I don't want to meet someone new or have to like
And
socialize
it showed.
and ask questions. Yeah.
it showed.
I was pissed the fuck off. Like, imagine just like basically getting dumped for no bullshit reason.
Yeah.
They just like entertain a new bitch into the friend group and
You
like,
didn't entertain her at all. You didn't
No,
speak a word.
you didn't say a single word to me. I'm like, oh.
That girl hates
we
me.
talked about our nose jobs.
See, like, I don't remember that. I'm starting to think I have, like, short-term memory loss. Because,
Yeah.
like, I genuinely don't remember that. Because you thought I got punched in the face, right? Or
Yeah.
something. No, I fully got a nose job when I was 13. And guess what? It was the best decision I've ever made.
13 is crazy. Like, it looks
crazy.
amazing, but that's a crazy.
You
choice.
If
go
I'm
through
old enough to be bat
puberty.
mitzvahed, which means I'm legally a woman in the Jewish world, I can get a nose job.
Okay,
But you didn't even go through puberty yet. Like you didn't.
Oh, honey, I did. I was an early bloomer.
You already had your period.
I had everything. Like, I was the bitch with, like, boobs. And I was like, oh, my God, boobs. And I was like the tallest one in the friend group. I had boobs. I didn't have a butt. But yeah. And so
Okay.
like if I have boobs, if I have my period, why not a nose job?
Real.
And it looks good as fuck.
No, it looks great.
No,
Like,
And
it's
when I
great.
got it done, I think it was like $6,000, which now I think it's like triple that.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I saved money.
you did.
You were thinking long term.
you.
Were people like shocked when you came to school and was like had
I
a nose
told
job?
everyone I got beat up. So maybe that's where the translation was.
I feel like you just believed the lie.
No, I like fully told everyone I got beat up because I thought that sounded better than telling like a bunch of like 13-year-olds that I got a nose job.
Okay.
Okay.
Like it was giving when Heidi went to her mom during the hills and she like got some face work done and her mom's like,
She
I don't
looked-
recognize you.
So different though.
But she looked great. And she's another pioneer that was ahead of her time. Another pioneer. Because now everyone's getting that done. She is a pioneer.
Women in STEM.
She was a blueprint. She paved the way.
And you know what? An International Women's Month. What is it called? National History Month. Wait, National Women's Month. Women's History Month.
My brother's libido.
We honor Heidi Montag today.
For context, the other day she was saying I was so mature or something.
Yes,
like
because she's my brother's age. And
Yeah.
I like don't like the things I talk about with Hallie, I just like cannot talk about with my brother for like obviously like I treat my brother like a baby versus like Hallie. Anyways,
Yeah.
continue.
yeah, and then she was like at dinner. She's like, "Yeah, my brother's libido just hasn't developed," and we're like, "What?" And she
And
goes,
I said, labia.
yeah, she's like, "I mean his labia." And we were like,
She meant frontal lobe.
"How
You
did you
know.
go there?" I mean, lobe, labia.
Do I work in science? No. Do I work in PR? Yes. Had it been a PR question, I would have answered.
Period. But we did
Correctly.
meet at this dinner.
Yeah, and then
that's the
I
summer.
don't know what we did for our like second date with you. Basically,
I thought it was the
My
vibrator.
second
date.
No, I don't.
was
think
it?
Was
She
it
didn't
not?
come to the vibrator event.
No,
But
she
I
came that,
came
that
after.
night.
Yeah,
that night though,
maybe.
she met us after the event.
Yeah, maybe.
And then we all went out, and I gave her her first vibrator.
okay. You did.
It was
Yeah.
life changing. Like Hallie and Jazz have changed my life in so many ways. And Jazz first with the vibrator. And I've never
linked
looked
it on our
back.
storefront many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy to do it again this week.
Yeah.
I do want my 2 cents.
Yeah, period.
Vibrator. No, that's crazy. But yeah, and then I don't know how we like just went from there. And
It's because we all had one thing in common, and that
getting
was
dick.
I was gonna say drinking.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the 2 D's totally worked. They both were.
We were single, thirsty, you know what? All the D's. Desperate, drinking, delusional.
Desperate drinking.
Everything was just. We were all in like a tough spot.
I feel like at some point we have to talk about fleshlight. Like,
Yeah.
we were so desperate. This trio.
Well,
But
yeah,
we were desperate
It was
bonded.
fun.
Yeah, you know what? Desperate's the wrong word.
I would just say we were like young and enjoying our time, and everyone
We
should do
enjoyed.
that. I'm a big supporter.
okay, you can tell the flashlight story.
Like, basically, we would all, for context, hook up with like horrible men. Just again,
Yeah.
not desperate, but fun. And there's this guy that was in my building that like repaired my bed or something. I don't know. Like, my roommate at the time introduced me, and then he invited me on a date, and the date was at our apartment bar. We had a bar in our apartment. He didn't pick up the tab. I Ubered us.
You picked
Uber
it up.
in your own apartment?
No, I Ubered from my apartment
Oh.
to the Brass Monkey because that's where we all met. And one thing led to another. Like, we're making out. There's a video of us making out, and his eyes are wide open. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
So scary.
And next thing I know, I like go home with him. Well, I mean, we live in the same apartment building.
Yeah. So you
And
had
I'm not
to.
feeling him, but like, you know, like when you're just so tired, you don't want to go to your own room and you're like, okay, I'll just sleep here. Like, I will sleep. He was not feeling that vibe. Like, he wanted to like hook up, and I was like, no. So then all of a sudden he just like whips out this contraption. And I was like, okay, Bill Nye the Science Guy, like, what is this? It is a fleshlight, which I don't feel like I need to describe it.
Yeah.
People can Google. But yeah, that was fleshlight.
Why did he pull out the flashlight?
Because I didn't want to hook up with him. He had to get off somehow.
It was such an interesting choice.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
That's
I bet there's
too.
a lot of closeted fleshlight users.
But
I
in
mean-
private, like whatever, I guess. But it's crazy for you to be there and be like, okay, I'll just use this flashlight since you don't want to hook up with me. Like, what?
What's crazier is that you didn't leave.
Yeah, that was a choice on my end.
Wait, after he pulled out the flashlight, did he use it in front of you?
Yeah, like I saw things. I have short-term memory loss, and that's one thing I will never forget. If you're watching this, Connor, I'm so sorry. I don't think he's a fan, so it's okay.
Not the name
I bet
drop.
you just kind of saw him for like kind of a minute after that. Did you not?
I didn't go on another date with him mostly because I was like, you're not going to pay for my $8 cocktail.
Oh.
And then I picked up the tab at the Brass Monkey. Like, he did not pay for a single thing.
Wait,
Yeah.
him not paying is what turned you off, not me using the flashlight?
No, get off how you need to. But pay for my shit if you're going to subject me to that.
So if he had paid for your drink, you would have gone out with him again.
He wasn't ugly.
What did he? So he just sat there, fucked himself with the flashlight,
And then we went
and
to bed.
you just watched it.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I was like a kid at a candy store. I was like, what is this? It was like when Jazz gave me my first vibrator. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a sexual awakening.
Okay, you were just like,
Okay,
period.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And now we're like all in serious relationships. So it's just like very weird. And we all got in relationships like at the same
at the same time.
Which is just so random.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Like, I was not looking for a man. I had just gotten over.
The worst experience of your life.
But I was 20 pounds down from that anxiety. So I was like,
she
I-
wasn't eating.
Can I give a little context?
yeah, I just don't want it.
Maddie fell in love with a gay man.
It happens to the best of us.
And everyone was telling her like he is gay, and he's basically saying I am gay. And she was really, 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 really sad. I've never seen you so sad in your entire life.
Yeah,
No.
that, you were so down
Same.
bad.
I didn't think you'd ever recover.
I didn't think I would either. It was like
it was like scary.
I didn't eat for 2 weeks. I was living in Miami at the time. Like, I am like an independent person. I had to call my dad because my
You
lease
were
was up
living in Miami?
for the winter at the
Remember,
time.
yeah, she moved to the
Oh, I
winter.
forgot
Yeah.
about that.
I was living in Miami at the time. Like, I am independent. I didn't really call on my parents and like ask them for help. I was like supposed to be out of my apartment, and like I just couldn't get out of bed. My stuff was everywhere. Like, I was a depressed hot mess, emphasis on hot. And it was like really, really bad. And there was this quote, I forget what it was, but it's like, you fall in love once for money, then you fall in love for love. I fell in love for money, and now I'm in love for love. And I think that's something to celebrate.
That is beautiful.
Wait, I've never heard the quote, you fall in love
I'm
for
going to
money.
find it. It's
I
definitely,
don't think that's a quote.
that's a quote. Someone important said those words.
herself 5 minutes ago.
No, I'm going to send you it after
Okay.
this. You're going to be like, okay.
No, I felt really bad for you during that time. You were so down bad, but I knew
Yeah.
you'd make it out. I like knew you would like see
I
the
think
light
it's
at the end of the tunnel.
situationships. Like, when
Yeah.
you were a bitch to me, was it a situationship?
Yes.
And this was a situation too. Like, why?
Those will make you the rudest. I will
why?
say.
No, I think it's because you see the potential and it didn't come to fruition, where I think sometimes, especially a long-term breakup, not that I think that is easier.
I hated my ex. It was so easy to break up with
But
him.
that's what I'm saying, because I think you're like, oh my God, I've seen everything I needed to see. I'm fucking done. But a situationship, you're seeing this potential and then you don't actually get to it. So then you're like crashing and burning when it doesn't work out, which I think is harder.
Your libido is so developed because that just made so much sense.
Yeah. I don't know. That's so funny though.
No, that's like so real though.
Yeah.
And then he's moving to Miami though, so good riddance.
Oh, bye. Yeah, I've never even met him, but.
Yeah, me neither.
You guys don't need to.
I'm so fucking high. I'm starving.
Let's get food after. I had Chipotle. I always judge people that like get Chipotle the second it opens, and like that was me this morning. It's like, Jesse, it was 9:59. I think they opened at like 10. And I was like, Jesse, I need a shredded beef bowl, extra fajitas, extra white rice. And like, I wonder why I can't lose weight. I'm like,
I think Chipotle is actually pretty healthy.
When you add the sour cream and like everything else, it's like, okay, I'm not losing weight on that.
No, but I mean, I think Chipotle has like, it's like rice and
Kava
chicken
has
and whatever.
steak now.
Yeah, you love the Kava steak.
I had it 4 days last week.
You
Amazing.
are like obsessed with hyperfixations. Like once you get the chocolate cookie.
Oh, I love that cookie. It's amazing.
You get the guac from Fonda, and now you have the Kava
I
steak.
Fonda last week too.
Yeah, she does.
I have things that I like, and I like to rinse and repeat.
Yeah, you know what? You have a routine. And you're
and the
staying until
routine
it's
is clean. It's clean.
Abby Lee Miller,
Yep.
another person to honor for International Women's History Month.
You love Abby Lee Miller.
Yeah, I'm a fan of hers.
Maddie, you work in PR. I feel like that's why a lot of people follow you. Like, they love to hear your journey and your story.
I should get something off my chest real fast.
What?
If you're watching the YouTube version, I know I'm going to seem like I'm being rude this episode. I'm just high. I do not want anyone analyzing and calling me a bitch. Like I'm.
You've established that.
I'm sorry, but
okay.
I just rolled my head back. I can't deal with the comments.
She's like, I can't
She's
hear
so
about
uninterested in
yeah.
like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Continue.
Anyway,
let her sleep.
I'm not sleeping. I'm just resting my eyes.
I totally get that. An eye moment and I rest.
Anyway, what did you major in college?
Communication. And the story behind that is like, I feel like everyone, at least where I was from, was pressured to get into business when you go into college. And like one thing about me, like I don't like school. Like I'm not a hard worker in school. I'm a hard worker in other things, not school. So I was like, okay. And I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. So I signed up first for the business school. And then they're like, you have to do economics, all these things. And I was like, no. Immediately. Like I barely passed PEMDAS, okay? So I'm like,
PEMDAS?
Yes. Parentheses, whatever.
Doesn't even know what it is.
She's like, yeah, let me explain it. Oh, wait, I can't.
Okay, anyway. So I signed up for business. And then I was like, oh my God, this is not my vibe. Like I wanted to go to college to have fun and party, okay? What major can you do that with? Communication. And guess what? It led me to like every opportunity. I feel like communication is one of the few majors where you can literally do anything.
Yeah.
Like my business school friends were working so hard, like studying 24/7. Meanwhile, I was like ripping shots every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Every day that ended in Y, I was drinking. I was having a great time. And I was getting A's and B's, okay?
Oh, okay.
They were studying. And guess what? We're all doing the same things in life, okay? So I think communication is the best major. What did you guys major in?
I didn't go to college.
Okay, period.
I did business.
Oh.
I mean, but it was that communications like wasn't really
And
a
guess
major.
what?
It was
She's
like,
a businesswoman.
I guess I am.
It really isn't because people are like, what are you going to do with your communication degree? I'm like, I don't know. I technically majored in organizational communication.
Okay. No,
you can do both.
And Maddie's so great. She's so smart. But I also think part of why you've succeeded is I feel like your networking and your communication.
You are the networker.
My like number one rule, because I moved to New York knowing no one. Technically, I moved to Hoboken. Different story. And my number one rule is like, if I'm going to get anywhere in life, I just have to say yes to every single opportunity.
You are a yes girl.
I am. And I still do to this day.
You do.
Like yesterday, for example, I'm not going to drop names. I went to a party because like a day party and I forced Hallie to come with me because I said yes to this opportunity weeks ago. And I was like, you never know who you're going to meet, who you're going to run into, who you're going to network with. So I will go to every single thing. It has. I'm just a random girl from Minnesota.
Wait,
that just says yes to everything.
But you're my random girl from Minnesota.
And you're my random Alaskan.
Yes.
I need to add this little bit of context. So we go to this event at this club here in New York City. And
at 2 p.m. A club at 2 p.m.
on a Saturday. And the doorman is being the most rude. I don't even know. He's like the guy working the elevators, like pushing the buttons.
Yeah, he wasn't a doorman. He was elevator man.
Okay, yes. And he is being so fucking rude. So he looks at Maddie and we had just gone shopping at this vintage market. So he's like, hey, like you need to check those bags. And I kind of was like, okay, like whatever. I thought he meant like if you want to. So we walk over. The lady's like, it's $6.50 per bag. And we're kind of like, that's kind of crazy. We had like a lot of bags. And we were just like, whatever, we can just hold them. We're not going to be here for that long. So we walk back over and the elevator guy's like, did you not understand me? I said, you need to check the bags. So Maddie's like fucking pissed. We walk back over and then we check the bags, like pay for it, whatever. And then I checked my coat as well, but Maddie didn't because she was just wearing a white tank top.
This with like, there was fur on top of it.
Yeah.
Like it was literally like a denim jacket with fur.
Yeah.
Jacket, remove the word jacket. It was just a denim moment with fur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was suede. But
it was brown suede.
But it was a very like light jacket where it wasn't like this giant puffer or something. And he literally looks at Maddie and he's so fucking rude. And he's like,
so pissed.
Did you not understand? Like you have to check the jacket. Come on. And Maddie's fucking pissed. And she walks back over. She's like,
well, first of all, I go, this isn't a jacket. He goes, yes, it is. And I was like, and Jesse's like, Maddie, you just bought a Fendi bag. I think you can pay $6 to check your jacket.
It's the principle. It's
the
always the
principle.
principle.
100%.
and then you're like, can I put the jacket with the other stuff I just checked? She's like, it's a new transaction. So no, you need to pay for this one as well. Like just fucking crazy. It's like, oh my God. Like I get it, but also.
So sometimes like saying yes to everything isn't great. And like end up in situations like that where you have to check your fucking denim moment. I'm not going to say jacket because that means he's right. But other times like it just leads me to like the greatest things. Like
100%.
I've met every single person I've met through like saying yes to something.
Yes,
you know?
I completely agree. I used to do that as well.
But now you protect your peace.
I do a little bit. I still go to a lot of stuff, but I stopped saying yes to every single thing. But I completely agree with that mindset. I feel like that's the way to go. But I feel like Maddie is friends with everyone. Like,
know everyone.
No, I do.
I actually don't know anybody that you don't know, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to keep my wedding to 150 people.
Yeah, that's insane.
I've had so many people say like, oh my God, I can't wait for your wedding. I'm like,
you're not coming.
You're not invited.
Yeah, that's hard.
And even this girl literally messaged me. She's like, messaged me because we don't even text them. And she's like, I'm so excited for your batch. Where are we going? I was like,
that's
bold as fuck
crazy.
to assume.
Is she even invited to the wedding?
No.
Oh. And she thinks she's coming on the
I don't
batch?
even know her middle name.
Oh my God.
My middle name?
Come on.
I feel like it's basic. Anne.
No.
What the fuck is mine? Reverse Uno. What is mine?
Her thing is her.
Shut up. I know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just overthinking it because I'm high, but I think there's three answers in my head.
Okay, what are the three?
Okay, say it. Speak your truth.
Brooke?
Yes!
Damn it.
God, I was so scared. I was like second guessing myself.
Someone asked what Hallie's middle name was the other day. I'm like,
Izzy did.
Oh, Izzy did.
She goes, sweet. Hallie, what's yours?
There's no fucking way. Do you know my middle name?
I like do.
Guess.
Catherine.
Maddie, why are
Hell
you
no.
guessing all these like?
Give me a hint.
Try to say my full name.
Jasmine.
Lynn.
Lynn.
No. My middle name is Ray.
And what was the context clues?
Jasmine Ray.
It's a beautiful name.
Thank you so much. I'm changing it.
Oh.
I'm actually filing paperwork to change my middle name to Patience.
Patience.
Because she has no patience.
Oh, I was like, the joke.
No, I'm actually going to do
But
it.
she
though.
wants-
Like I got paperwork to fill it out.
One thing about you,
change
like
it.
when you say you're going to do something, it's like not dramatic. Like you're genuinely doing it.
Oh, I'm serious.
Well, I was on FaceTime with her, and then she was like doing something, and I don't know. It was the most impatient thing I've ever heard of in my life. Where I'm like, oh my God, you could like whatever, have a little bit of patience. And then she's like, Patience is actually my middle name. And then she's like, what if I change my middle name to Patience so I can say that?
And so that in that moment, right then and there, I ordered paperwork.
That should be your daughter's
Because
born name.
No, I already have names picked out. But I ordered the paperwork because I changed my last name after the wedding. Anyways, it was like at the same time I will change
A 2
my
for
middle
1.
name. Yes.
Yeah.
For the principal.
I think I just burped.
Excuse you. Speaking of your wedding, how did you know Jesse was the one? People asked.
Okay, so per the previous story, like I have dated like horrible people, okay? My ex, literally, I was with him for 4 years and he disappeared. This is a long story, but like you'll get what I'm saying. He disappeared for 3 days and I thought he was dead. And it turns out he was just like gambling in Miami and like lost all his money. Then I was paying for everything for him on like a $40K salary. Okay, not great. So I learned a lot from that. And I've learned a lot from like every single person I've hooked up with. Not saying it's a lot, not saying it's not a lot, but I'm saying every single person like taught me a lesson, like what I wanted and what I didn't want in a person.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesse just was everything I wanted in that person. And like all of the things that I hated about every other guy, he was the opposite. And on our first date, which I was going to cancel on because I looked up his LinkedIn picture and I was like, I'm not going on a first date with him. But then I fell in love with him, so it's okay. Guys' LinkedIn pictures suck. Sidetrack.
Yeah.
And then it just like, I was on my first date with him and I had never laughed so much. And like, it was just like I was getting brunch with my best friend that I've known for years. And on every first date, I was like, okay, I have to cut it short. Like I have a dinner planned tonight, whatever. So obviously I said that. And this I think is really hot. Ew, I hated that I just said that. But he was like, cancel your dinner plans. I want to spend the rest of the night with you. I'm like, period. Oh, man. And guess what we did? We went bar hopping. We got dinner. And I slept at his place on the couch.
Wow.
On the couch.
What
But
was the
she's
purpose
classy.
of that?
Because someone put in my head that you're not supposed to sleep with someone on the first
Not even
date.
like in sleeping?
No, like, I don't know.
Like have sex, yeah.
Yeah, you're
No,
not.
I'm saying, but why were you on the couch? Like you can't even sleep? Like literally sleep?
I was drunk.
Okay.
I passed out.
Period.
But anyways, I just knew he was the one because I could be like my complete self around him. I don't know why. Like, not saying I'm like a liar, but like every other guy I've been with, I feel like I just like do like random white lies. I don't know why. And with him, like he knows like my whole truth. Like my bathroom is a foot away from our bedroom. Like he hears everything that goes in and out of me. Like,
So true.
and it's just like, I don't know how to
Yeah.
describe it. Like when you know, you know. And I know that sounds so cheesy. I never thought I wanted to get married or anything, but like I am a firm believer of like when you know, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Jazz feels the same way.
Out of breath.
No, I love that.
Yeah. Did I answer that right?
Yeah. You can answer
Yeah.
however you want.
Yeah.
When did you feel like you knew he was the one? Like how soon?
A few months after, I went to his parents' house in New Jersey for Memorial Day weekend and I brought Kate. And we went because his parents weren't supposed to be there. It was only like a couple months after we started seeing each other. And whatever, we wanted to have a fun weekend. And then his parents decided to fly home early. And we spent the whole weekend with his parents. And I was terrified of that at first because like who wants to meet the parents after like a couple months?
And you didn't even get to
I had no,
mentally
I
prepare for
packed
it.
like Fashion Nova thought, like, you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah, like,
packed
not
for
for
like a
meeting the parents.
vacation, not meeting the parents. Okay. And I just had the best time with his parents. It's like I'd known them for like years as well. And they treated me like it just felt so right. And that's kind of like when I knew, because I feel like it's really important to like your partner's family because I hated my ex's family. I hated him too. So, but you know, and when I fell in love with his family, I also fell in love with him at the same time. And I saw how like he was with his family, how he treated his brother, his mom. And it just showed a lot about him as a person. And I felt like I fell in love with him, his family, everyone that weekend completely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
I feel like that makes a lot of sense. Like I didn't meet Reed's family till post breakup for the first time. And I feel like that like definitely changed the dynamic of our relationship in a good way where it felt like more serious and also just seeing
Yeah.
how somebody was raised and I don't know.
It gives you
Seeing their
insight.
family being
gives you
so
insight
like
into
kind
things.
and welcoming is like
Yeah.
I get that.
And they're like a fun family. Like my family's fun. I love them. But like we're not the type of family that like drinks in the backyard and like grills every weekend. Like everyone wants to hang out there. Like we were never that family. And like his family isn't. Like that's what I want for my future. I want like my kids to invite all their friends over and we're like the fun family. I don't know.
No, that's cute.
No, that's how it's going to be.
We're going to
Yeah.
be like that in New Jersey.
Maddie's also moving to New Jersey with me.
Yeah,
very
I'm going to have,
excited.
we were talking about the other day, I'm going to have
Not
joints in my
soon.
diaper bag.
No, yeah, she will be that person, and I will be smoking them with you.
Period. And then Hallie will be visiting us from her luxe apartment in New York
Yeah.
City. She'll be like taking a private driver to New Jersey.
No, literally.
That's literally
Yeah.
going to be you.
Yeah, it will. I don't want you guys to move to New Jersey, but
We're not moving for a while.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I feel like it changes every day. Like I thought you were going to move the end of this year.
I'm
It does
fucking
change
trying, bitch. Like, I
Yeah,
haven't got
it's
a fucking
hard.
offer accepted.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's okay, though. Oh, by the way, update from last week. I did not get that house, unfortunately.
Aw.
But it's okay. It'll happen when it happens. And I'm very detached emotionally from it at this point. Guys, I miss being on my bachelorette and I miss being in a casino. But at least I have DraftKings. The Great Rewards hunt is on, so join the adventure with DraftKings Casino. For fun seekers, follow the trail to huge jackpots, weekly bonuses, and exclusive games. Plus, new players can get their losses back up to $1,000 in casino credits on their first day. Just sign up with code DIARIES and start playing to get up to $1,000 in casino credits back with a minimum $5 net loss. Only on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Lost back for 24 hours up to 1,000 in non-withdrawable casino credits that expire in 168 hours. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos.
That's hard.
Wait, so back to your career.
Yes.
So you graduated with a communications degree.
Yes.
And then what did you do straight out of college?
So in college, I think this is important to note, I was like a Victoria's Secret pink campus rep. Like, you know how a bunch of brands, you can be like a college ambassador or whatever. I wanted to do like all of those. Again, I was a say yes person in college and I wanted to sign up for as much as I could do. So I was a Victoria's Secret pink campus rep. They flew me out to headquarters. I was able to like meet their team, whatever. So I interned at Victoria's Secret in New York, which I think helped a lot on my resume and kind of helped kickstart my career because that's when influencers were starting to become a thing.
No, and that's a great brand to work with.
Yeah, and we had relaunched Swim. Like, I helped with the design of the box to send to these influencers. So I think I got a jump start through that. I think internship experience is so important. It's not like really what you majored in or where you went to school. It's like the experience you've had. So that helped. And then when I graduated college, it was during COVID. So I could not find a job for the life of me. Like, I was applying to literally everything. So I finally got a job at the sustainable fashion startup.
$10 an hour?
$10
Was that even legal? Like, was that minimum wage?
No, I don't even know, but I accepted it. I was like, money's money.
Yeah.
And I was going to stay in Minnesota because it was COVID, but I was like, I really want to move to like New York. Like, I'm not going to grow and like grow my network, my connections, like live my life if I'm staying in Minnesota. So I moved. That's when I moved to Hoboken with my ex because he was working on Wall Street at the time. I was like, I want to be in New York, but I can't afford to be. You can't afford to live in New York on $10 an hour.
No.
Okay. And so I got my sustainable fashion startup internship there. And then I got a job at this like horrible place, the soccer place.
Guys, I have got to tell you this story real quick. I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Do it.
This is the funniest shit of my life. Kevin like works in like sales for the sports thing. And he's working one day and he has to like do research on these like companies. And he's researching this team and he comes home from work. He has a picture on his phone. He's like, is this not Maddie?
And it's on the website.
It's this like
Soccer.
It's the worst picture I've ever seen in my life of Maddie.
So I had a glow up, is what you're saying.
100,000%. Like, she just had like, and say a picture of her like with like not a lot of hair, and she's like holding a soccer ball, like hand on her hip.
She's a soccer player. She's dressed
like,
in a uniform.
But she's like 20.
I think I was supposed to be like a 14-year-old.
No, it was like a youth league
soccer organization.
And I'm like, there's zero way. Like, I'm so confused.
This is just Maddie's doppelganger. Yeah.
And I text Maddie. I'm like, is this you? She's like,
no,
I had a bad day. I had like a bad job once.
Yeah, she's still being used to this day on the website for this company.
Usage, like
usage, they owe you.
I could have bought a house with all that usage.
How did that?
And I asked you how this had happened, and this is what she said.
How did that happen?
Oh, so it happened. So I took this job, and in the interview, my final interview, they're like, "What's the lowest salary you'll take?" And I was like, "Oh," and at the time I was making $10, remember? So I was like, $45K, and they're like, "Lower. We can find someone like for cheaper. It's COVID, whatever." And it was like, 35, and they're like 30, and we'll call it a day. And I was like, okay, period. And I like shook his hand because I was like, oh my God, a salary.
Yeah.
Like benefits. I didn't end up getting benefits actually. So that's crazy. But so I took this job. It was horrible. Mind you, it was COVID, and like they tracked your time like with a fingerprint. So like there was one time I took like an hour and 2-minute lunch, and my manager was like, how are you making up the extra 2 minutes that you took today? Like, are you going to be staying for an extra 2 minutes, or how are we working this out? Anyways, so it was a soccer company, and they were too cheap to hire models. So one day we had to do a photo shoot. They're like, Maddie, we're going to need you to model. And I was like, okay, period. Like, where's my hair and makeup? And they're like, oh no, just like right now.
I swear it's like she didn't get ready for work that day.
No, I didn't.
They're like, hey, we need you to be in this. She's like, okay. Within 2 minutes, it's over. Like,
no, I didn't know where it was going. I thought like it was like a one-time thing. Like they weren't going to use it. And now I guess it's everywhere. So
it wasn't like
adding to my modeling
6 years
portfolio.
ago?
It was 2021.
Okay.
So 4 years, 5 years. Are we in 2025?
Yeah.
4 years ago.
It's the funniest picture of my life, and they're still using it to this day.
Yeah, that's crazy. I need to get like an attorney involved with that.
No, literally.
I'm like, let me text Jesse. So I was there, and then I ended up at Shadow from an easy apply. And Shadow was like the best 3.5 years of my life. Like that's where I feel like I became who I am today.
Yeah.
I was doing celebrity and influencer across like amazing brands like Moroccan Oil, Elf Cosmetics, Key Soul Care, which was Alicia Keys' skincare brand, Cadillac, Bentley, so many cool brands. And I got so much exposure doing like Super Bowl, Miami Open, Coachella. And I think that's really where once you have that agency experience, if this is something you want to do, it can really take you where like you're solid in the PR industry if you can make it at an agency for like 3.5 years. And if you are looking to get started, I highly, highly recommend Shadow. It was the best. And if you are looking to get started and you need like tips on how to search for these jobs, look up account coordinator, PR assistant. Those are like the entry level jobs. And then you can work your way up from there. But that I get so many questions like, how do you even get started? How do you get started? Become a coordinator because you don't need the experience. You just need the interest to be a coordinator. And then the experience you can build from there.
Yeah.
And then again, just saying yes to everything. Once you work at a PR agency, as a coordinator, you will be thrown into like working so many different events, doing giftings, meeting with influencers, celebrities, whatever. And that's how you build up your network and just take it from there.
Yeah.
That's how we got to meet.
Yeah.
I know. I think I literally like I wasn't invited to that show. I think I like texted Ruby and I was like, I like find out about things and I'm like, I really want to go.
I want to go to this.
And she's like, okay, I can add you to the list. It's like I was not invited. And I
wasn't even there.
Period. Where were you?
Like me neither.
Yeah, where were you?
I don't know. Probably was
Cynthia,
some guy.
where was the invite?
Yeah,
That's
literally.
funny. But no, that was a really good answer. I feel like that's really helpful to anybody who's looking to get into PR.
And then I'm at a different agency now doing the same thing, just for different brands. And I'm really excited and working on some fun things.
That's so exciting. I'm so happy for you in your new job.
Yeah.
I do want to touch on
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, I'm
you getting, no, I feel like a lot of people maybe
No, not bad.
Oh.
I want to touch on you getting
laid
laid off,
Yeah,
not fired.
Let's talk about that
It's
first of
a
all.
big
Dad, talk about
difference.
this.
It's a big difference because being fired, like that's a reflection of you. Being
Yeah.
laid off is not a reflection of you. And I made Maddie the entire first day when she came over after she got laid off keep saying I was
Because
laid
Hallie's
off.
like, oh my God, I'm so sorry you got fired.
I'm like, nope, it's laid off.
I haven't worked a corporate job, I guess. So like,
it's a very, very big
No, I
difference.
get
And
that
it's
now.
important to acknowledge that for your own mental
I agree.
well-being when it's
Yeah.
happening.
you weren't fired. You were
So-
laid off.
Getting laid off, I didn't. That job was obviously not for me for many reasons. You guys are aware of that. I'm not
Yeah.
going to dive into that.
Yeah.
I was looking for other jobs like as it was, but getting laid off like the month after I got engaged and the weekend before my engagement party that I was spending a lot of money on. I went into work, everything was going normal, and then I just get a call and they're like, today's your last day, we're dissolving your division. I just like had a panic attack because I've been working since I was 16. And at first my immediate reaction was like, I'm so embarrassed, like I'm ashamed, all these crazy thoughts. And like I didn't know what to do. Like Jesse's like he's a lawyer. Like I didn't want to like bother him because I know he's working a lot, whatever. Actually, I think I did call him. Anyways, I didn't want to be home by myself. So I text Jazz. I text Jazz and Hallie. I'm like, can you guys please come over? And they're like, no. Or no, you couldn't.
We
You
had
couldn't.
to- we were
You had to
filming
do
and stuff.
something. But you guys called me an Uber because now I'm like, I'm not Ubering anywhere. Like I am saving every
Yeah.
penny. Like Bradley on a budget core.
Probably on a budget course.
So I came over and you guys made me a margarita and we just like talked it out. And you guys like, because I was ready to go online and bash. Okay.
Yeah.
And Jazz is like, no,
Take a beat.
we're
Yeah.
not going to do that. And I'm like so thankful for you guys for like talking me through that and talking me like off the ledge because I genuinely was like, I had never felt so low and confused and like shocked in my life. And my parents were flying in the next day because my engagement party and we were trying on dresses for the first time. Like it was probably the worst time to get laid off, not fired.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's just like super tough one. I've been laid off twice too.
Yeah.
It's just
No,
ass.
you were like
It's ass.
talking to you was like so helpful. And you guys both kept saying to me, like, this is going to be like the best thing that ever happened to you. And it was like,
Yeah.
you guys knew. You guys knew.
No, yeah. I knew in like a month you would have it all figured
Yeah.
out. But obviously,
It's
because you
hard to
never
see
saw
the-
the layoff coming or anything, right?
No, I
Yeah.
had no, well, like the business was making a lot of money. Everyone was doing really well. We were all happy. It was completely blindsided.
Yeah. So I just feel like obviously that's really shocking. And just not having a job is scary. Even though I knew though, because I knew you were wanting to look for another job anyway, I was
Yeah.
like, this is going to work out so much better. It's kind of the push that you needed, honestly.
Yeah.
No, it was the best thing that could have happened to you.
Yeah.
But it's very hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel, like when you're in the
Yeah.
middle of it.
And like, I tried to do the content thing, like, because everyone was commenting, like, why don't you try to be like a full-time creator? And I tried that, and I will give you guys so much credit. It is so hard. I was like, I have nothing to talk about today. I'm like, what do I talk about? Like, my life is like not that I'm like, I sat there like all day and like rewatched Sex and the City and was just on LinkedIn literally all day, like messaging every single person I knew to try to get a job and applying to everything and making calls. I was like, I don't know. It's like, this isn't fun. I don't know what to talk about.
But I think you have the best of both worlds in a sense where you have this like long-term stability and you have a career, but then also you do content creation and you do make like a side hustle money off of that.
100%.
So I feel like that is on, and it's also a great thing to make content about because I feel like people love to follow creators that actually talk about their corporate job.
100%. Like, I wish that was a thing when I was like going through college and like applying to jobs and applying to internships, because I was just like applying to everything blindly. Like, I had no idea what I wanted to do. And it would have been so helpful to have like a creator kind of like like showcasing what they do on a day-to-day.
Yeah.
So you can really see what it's like, because I feel like when you're interviewing places, like it seems like a fucking rainbow. You know, like you don't know what you're getting into. So I feel like it's really helpful. And that's what I try to do in my content. I try to keep it like so realistic.
Yeah.
Like, I do not, like, I will talk with no makeup, my hair looking crazy. Like, I just don't care. Like, I keep it real.
No, I love that.
You keep everything very real.
You are very, very real. I also think it's great that like if you're in high school or something and you don't even know that like this PR job kind of exists,
100%.
you can watch your content and then you would never actually know about this like industry even.
Yeah.
And you can watch it and be like, oh wait, that looks really fun actually. That's something I would want to do. Like I had girls be like, oh my God, I never would have known LAM College, which is where I went to school, even existed if it weren't for your content. So I feel like
100%. And I feel like when you're in high school and college and they're telling you about like your career options, like they talk about PR, but they talk about like in a corporate sense, like very corporate PR, like not these amazing cool agencies that are working with amazing brands. Like they talk about that. They talk about like sales, financial advisor, like they talk about like the basic jobs, and they not try to lead you down those career paths. But I feel like you're very influenced. Like at least at my college, I never had like someone in the creative field, like a PR agency, at a creative marketing agency person come in. Like I've just heard from like financial advisors, like corporate comms people. And it never inspired me. So I kind of had to make my own path. So I do think that's what I like to do, is to have girls come and like, oh my God, I just got a job. Like I want to do this because of you. And I know it's like a positive thing.
yeah, no, I love that.
Are you still high?
So high.
Once you were laid off,
Yes.
how did you get your new job? Like what was that process like?
So I was delusional because, again, I've been working since I was 16. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get a job in like a week. Like I'm going to be okay after like my crying era. Like Jazz was like, cry for a day and then start working. I was like, okay. So I was like, I'm going to get a job, easy peasy. I emailed every single person I knew from networking, from previous jobs, to see if like anyone they knew was hiring, or like any of the brands they work with are hiring, whatever, to set up calls. I applied to every single job on LinkedIn, even if it was a salary cut, because for me, I wanted to like work, and it was better for me to take a financial loss and have a job and have stability, because I really crave stability. So I really spent all of my days applying to jobs. Taking calls with everyone from like every field. Like I was even open to like leaving the influencer marketing PR space and just seeing like where my path led. But it was hard. Like there were so many days where I just like sat there all day and like I applied to a million jobs. I did not hear back from anything. Like no one replied to me. And I was just constantly updating my inbox, like trying to see if anything came through. And I just felt like a failure. I did.
Yeah.
And then it was through a connection that told me that her agency was hiring. And she actually told me to apply for a job I knew I was a little bit overqualified for. Like it was a position below me, but I applied to it. And then that led me to getting the call with the HR team. I connected really well with them. And they're like, okay, we don't think this is the right fit for you. We'll circle back if something more senior becomes available. And like a week later, I got an email. They're like, oh my God, we love talking to you so much. We're opening a new role on the team for you because we really think you'd fit in our agency.
Aww.
I went in, I met the team, and that night I got a call that they wanted to offer me the job.
Wait, that's
So it really
fun.
was like through a connection though.
Yeah.
But again, it was actually the initial job I applied for was another easy apply on LinkedIn. Like I'm telling you guys, apply to everything.
Yeah. It's crazy that you applied to that many jobs. Like that just shows how bad the job market is, I feel, because you have all this experience and you're so well connected, and it still took you like, what, a month to get that new job secured.
And that was like, I had this one other option that I was like pursuing, but I probably applied to over 1,000 jobs. I'm not being dramatic. And I heard back from maybe 5. And everyone was commenting on my videos. They're like, you got so lucky, da-da-da. And I'm like, I genuinely worked like probably 10 hours a day trying to find a job.
I believe you.
The market is tough right now.
No, it's a full-time job applying to all those jobs.
I tried to hire or like work with a recruiter. And she told me, she's like, yeah, it's a really tough market. I'm telling people that want to leave their jobs to stay at their jobs because it's going to be better than trying to find a new one.
Oh my God.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah, I believe that.
It's so bad.
It's crazy.
But I'm really proud of you.
No, I am
Thank you.
too.
I'm happy.
I knew you were going to figure it out, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, it's hard to see that like when you're in the middle of it. But like, if anyone was going to be okay, it was going to be you.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are going to make me
because you're
cry.
like, you know, you have so many connections and like you care so much.
Yeah.
Like you're also just a good person. Like when you're a good person with connections, it's different than like being a shitty one that has connections.
Yeah. Like
You're not a fake like person
everything
that knows everybody, because I know people like that where you're
Yeah.
just like, okay, you just want things from people.
Yeah,
Like you're
you-
just a genuine
I
real
want to
person.
talk about that for a second because I feel like so many people have said like, oh, you're a clout chaser, like you're only friends with influencers, da-da-da. I feel like I've had like part of my job is literally getting lunch and dinners and drinks with like a million influencers. And again, when I moved here, I knew no one. So like those were the type of people I gravitated to and talked to. And I'm not friends with everyone. Like you guys are like my closest friends. I have a couple other influencer friends that I'm extremely close with. Out of like the millions of people that I've like, not millions, that's dramatic.
Yeah.
Out of all the people I've gotten like dinners and drinks with, I'm not friends with everyone. You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
And like, oh, sorry. What
No,
were you
you
gonna
go.
say?
You finish.
I feel like people that work in similar industries, because like we are always talking about like we're bouncing new ideas off each other as we're talking about like what's going on in our work life. It makes it so much easier our friendship because like not everyone understands this industry very well.
100%.
Like when we're talking about things like, and I just think it makes our relationship stronger because we both know like what we're going through. Like when you tell me a problem and like I tell you a problem, like we just get each other.
Agree
you know?
completely. I also think it's just, of course, you're going to make friends with people that have similar interests to you and kind of in the career field that you work with. It's like why a lot of guys in finance are friends with other guys in finance, because you're meeting these people at work or in the industry, whatever. I completely agree. And Jazz and I are like the least fucking, like we wouldn't hang out with somebody that like wanted clout or something.
God,
like we
no.
don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just a real genuine friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just meant like with like all your connections you have, like when you are like getting lunch and getting dinner, like you actually care to like when you ask a question, you want to know the answer.
No, I genuinely
like,
care.
You remember things.
From my short-term memory, like I do remember like key details of like everything.
It's really important for having those connections because they're all genuine connections, not just like made up ones where you want to get shit out of it.
Yeah, and you're not getting like lunch with somebody with like the intention of like, oh, I want something from them. It's just like you're just a genuine person, because there are people that I feel like just are friends with everybody, and then you're like, okay, you only hit me up when you want like X, Y, Z.
And I definitely have those people like in my outer friend group, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
Like everyone does.
No, yeah. What is a realistic corporate morning routine? What time do you wake up?
I'm so real. I wish I could be like Hallie and wake up at like the ass crack of dawn and go to Tracy Anderson and flop around and look great. I don't. Okay. I am the one perk of having a fiance that is a lawyer is like he gets up super early. So then like I'm forced to be awake. So I try to I wake up. I make my bed. I don't make coffee. Like it's not my thing. I go to the gym at like 8 for like a workout class. I leave at 9. I go to Whole Foods. I get my latte, my protein bar. I go home. I shower. I throw my hair in a bun. I look like shit. I try to put on a decent outfit, and then I book it to Brooklyn for my job. Like it is not glamorized at all.
Wait, but I don't think that I mean my workout class is at 7:30 some days, but it's
I
like
can't do that. Like that's so
30
early for
minutes
me.
earlier than going to the gym at 8. That's not
Those 30 minutes.
No,
for
I get
me
that. But
someday.
you also are going into the office to work like a 9 to 5, which is I feel more draining. Like, yes, I'm still doing stuff throughout the day, but I do have a lot of times the luxury of then like coming home and taking my time to get ready before I start my day.
Yeah.
Which is very different. Like, I applaud you for going to the gym before work. That's very impressive.
I feel like I need to, like now that also I feel like I've struggled with mental health issues, and going to the gym every day.
Yes.
Genuinely, it's not even about like losing weight. It like just makes
It's
me
annoying
feel
that
good.
it works.
But it doesn't for me.
But I'm saying to like be in a
for
good
like your
mood
mental
for your day.
health.
And so,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
annoying that like exercise like, actually does like help your mood. Like,
Yeah.
it's irritating.
It's just, I think it sets you up for a good day. Like I always just feel better. Like, okay,
Yeah.
knowing I like got that over with in the morning and I started my
Yeah.
morning accomplishing something. I think that's really
100%.
important. Even if you literally go walk on a treadmill for 30 minutes,
Yeah.
0 incline,
movement helps so much.
you still just feel like, okay, I did something, and it just sets you up for like a morning routine every single day.
Yeah.
And you know what to expect.
Today was the only day this week like I didn't work out, and it was for obvious reasons because I was so unwell.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't think you have to work out 7
You need
days
rest
a
days,
week.
but like I feel like mentally okay. But like tomorrow, like I want to get a workout on because like I know
Yeah.
I'll just feel so much better.
Well, today's like a Sunday. That doesn't even count. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, especially if you go out the night before.
My workout was literally lifting the heavy ass Chipotle bowl to my mouth.
Real as fuck.
Okay.
Do you pack lunches to go to the office?
No, that's something I want to work on because I think I am trying to lose weight, and like one of my issues is I eat out for every single meal.
What do you eat when you go out? Like, do you get something?
I'm trying to eat healthier. You've inspired me.
Okay.
Hence our dinner date the other day where I was like, what should I get? The pasta or the salad? And the waiter's like, I would do the salad. I'm like, okay, period. I'm trying to make consciously healthier choices. So when I go out for my lunch, I will get like a chicken panini with like vegetables, whatever the fuck. But this is girl math with me. I take the like half top off of the bread. I'm like, okay, it's like a little bite.
Okay.
Because it's not a sandwich. It's not a panini.
It's like an open-faced toast.
I like that.
It is like that.
Open-faced toast. So I'm really trying to like incorporate healthier habits and like trying to cook. I don't cook, but like I'm trying to make my fiance cook more.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said fiance, Jesse. Trying to make Jesse cook more. And we've been doing that like twice a week, which I know isn't a lot.
That's a
No,
big
that
thing,
is.
It is because we genuinely would eat out for every single meal.
I get that. I don't think that necessarily eating out is that unhealthy. I mean, it depends on obviously
because,
what
like,
you're
you don't
getting.
know, but you can even get like a sandwich and you don't know like how much oil or like random shit they're putting in it.
Yes.
But it tastes so good. Like food just makes me happy.
No, I agree, and it should. And I totally get that. I think everything's just about moderation and balance.
Yeah, it's something I want to work on for sure. And I'm like, I want to like go get all my like now that I'm back on insurance again, I want to get like my blood panels done, just like everything to like make sure I'm doing the right things because I feel like I am making healthier choices.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to the gym every day and like I'm not seeing the results. So like, yes, I need to eat a bit healthier, but like I just want to make sure everything's functioning.
Yeah, for sure. And I love that you have
using
insurance. Yeah.
Jazz is like the CEO of insurance.
She's the
plays to see me
CEO.
coming because if I have a tickle in my throat, count me at that fucking doctor.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to pay and get this scan done finally to
What
figure out if
scan?
I have anything like wrong with me. There's this scan you can get and like all this like work and it's like $2,000, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But it will tell you if you have like any like signs of anything ever happening, basically.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Do you
crazy.
think it's better to know or would you rather not know?
I'd like to know. I have anxiety.
Hallie?
I don't want to know. I'm really bad about going to the doctor. Like, I'll have a serious problem and I like won't go. And I'm
No, I
on
get
full
that.
insurance. Like,
And
I'm
always
so
at the
fine.
doctor. I love the doctor.
I hate the doctor.
One thing about Jazz, I feel like you are the adult of the friendship group, the relationship group. Like when I have questions about insurance at financial advice, I don't go to my fiance. I go to Jazz.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, like, no one believes me. I have a A+ in adulting.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Like, if there's an adulting question, I know the fucking answer. And, like, I can walk you through anything.
You do.
I didn't go to school, but, like, practical life skills, like, 10 out of 10.
I completely agree.
Yeah. Smartest adult.
Do you have any confidence tips? She's literally the most confident baddie. I need to be like that.
Okay, love. For me, I feel like there was this quote, and again, I'm not making up this quote. It's not even a quote. I think my mom told me this. She's like, life is too short to spend so many of your years hating your body. And it's true. Like, I remember in high school, I was like, I'm not skinny enough. Like, I don't feel good in my body. And like, now I look back on my high school pictures and I'm like, wow, I was tiny.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I really want to, in 20, 40 years from now, look back and be like, wow, like, I spent so much of my time hating the way I looked, and now I would do anything to look like that again. And also, I think a big confidence thing for me, I used to Facetune every single picture. Like, I was the queen of catfish, okay? Like, dates would literally hate to see me coming because they're like, that is not who I swiped right on, okay? And that is not the Instagram baddie I saw. Like, I would give myself a BBL in every photo, okay? And like, it would make me, I even like Facetuned my high school graduation picture. Like, in the yearbook, That is not me.
What?
I'll have to show you it.
Do that?
I just like added because you submitted. So I like added all this makeup on. Like I snatched my jaw. Like
I need to see
The
think I
background's
changed-
like wonky. Like
no, like I looked hot in it, but it wasn't me. And it was like, it gave me a sense of fake confidence because I'm like, wow, I look so good in this. Like I would look back at pictures. I'd look back at my Instagram now. And I'm like, I looked so hot there. I'm like, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
And that just, it's kind of sad to think about that I worked so hard to love a fake version of myself where it's like, it's so much easier to just love and accept yourself as it is. And sometimes it's hard in this industry because like, everyone I'm surrounded with is like beautiful, like different sizes than me. Like I work with so many models and like influencers that are like a size 2, a size 0, whatever. And I've just learned to like love myself and realize like I am beautiful in so many other ways than them. Like it does not matter. Like one of them is not hotter than me. We are just beautiful in our own ways. And it sounds cheesy. And I think a lot of that also comes from Jesse, my fiance, just like having a partner that literally loves you for you and finds you beautiful in every aspect of life. Like there's days where I'm like, he's trying to cuddle me. I'm like sucking and he goes, girl. Like he's like, there's no need.
Girl.
Yeah, he's like, girl.
like Jesse would say, girl.
No, like I like, well, like there's days, like I still have it. Like it's not like I'm confident every second of the day. There's days where he's cuddling me and I'm like sucking in, like I'm not breathing. He's like, breathe. And I just think to have like a supportive partner and supportive friends that really see you for you and like think you're beautiful really instills confidence.
Yeah. That's such a good point. I saw this thing that was this woman made a video. She was saying she like wend her life away, and she was saying she like her like she was like 80 or something, and it was like when I lose weight, I'll be happy. When I get married, I'll be happy. And then she was like, I blinked and I was 80, and I realized I like have never been happy because I always said like when this next thing happens.
Spend your whole life trying to be happy.
So it's like
just being happy.
If you just decide like I'm not gonna wait for something to be happy, I'm just gonna be happy. That's like the most important thing you can do. I've done that myself as well.
It is.
I feel like that's just growing up also.
It's the frontal lobe.
It's
the labia.
It's the fully developed libido. No, but that's so true because like I can remember like so many days where I've just like crying and so sad and like spent so much time editing and like paying for these apps to like make me look skinnier. And there's so many of them on the market now, which is crazy. Insane. And I still get like negative comments from people saying like put your stomach away, like go to the gym. There's always going to be people like that. Like I've learned there's always going to be people that are hotter, even if it's in a different way, skinnier, whatever, richer, and just like own it. Like own your fucking self.
Them.
Period.
Like,
but I think it's like anybody could
for that, Jess.
Anybody could feel that way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like
it's literally just a mindset. Like, have you guys seen that movie with Amy Schumer and she's like, I feel pretty. Like she falls off a bike and she wakes up and she just like she feels like she's the hottest person ever and like nothing has changed. And, like every hot guy wants to talk to her. Everyone wants to be your friend. And it fine. You turn out
herself super differently in the movie. Like
she looks at herself and it's just like she just became confident. And like all these amazing things. Like she got a new job. Like she got her man. And it's all about confidence and the way you show yourself.
I feel like people are attracted to you through confidence. Like that's why I want to be your friend. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you're so authentically yourself and you're so very genuine. And like that's what everybody cares about at the end of the day.
Yeah. I feel like, oh my God, this just reminded me. I don't know why. Because I feel like we all have different qualities, like strengths as friends. And Hallie's is like, there was times where I'd call her so anxious about something I did and she would like tell me, she's like, it's okay. And I'm going to get into the story. Basically, I went on like a random date with this DJ and it wasn't a date. Like we got drinks and I brought him to Carly's birthday a couple years ago. And I was so drunk and I don't know. I weirdly remember telling him I was dating like a star on the Miami Heat because he's like, how do you have followers? And I was like, my ex-boyfriend was on the Miami Heat. I think I said he was Tyler Hero. And I fully convinced this guy. I was like, yeah, like it was like got leaked to the press. Like, I don't know. I fully convinced this guy I was dating Tyler Hero. And the next day I wake up in Baltimore for a horse race and I was so hungover and like so anxious. And I call Hallie and I was like, Hallie, like, does he think I'm crazy? Like, is he gonna think I'm weird? And you're like, no, like that's such a normal thing to say to a guy. Like you could have dated a Miami Heat player. Like he doesn't know that. Like that is so normal. And I think you're totally okay for saying that to a guy. That is your quality. Your quality is just like a fucking adult. And we garden together. Like we talk about workout things. Like we all have so many different strengths. And I think I don't know why I brought that up, but like it just reminded me of the story when I called you and I was crying because I told this guy I was dating a Miami Heat star.
I used to be really bad about that where I would tell anybody like because I just don't like ever like putting somebody in their place and being like, Maddie, maybe you shouldn't have said that. I've gotten better where sometimes now I'm like,
Jazz will call you out.
oh, Jazz will fucking call you out. But I'm the opposite.
But I
like,
will come for you.
but
too.
I also don't want, like, especially I know, like, if
But
somebody's
also more
anxious, I
importantly-
don't want them to feel like more anxious. So I'm just like, no, you're fine. Like, that was not weird at all. Because I would want somebody to tell me that.
And I hope they would, but love you guys so much. It's been real as fuck. We love Maddie.
Maddie, what's
love you
your
guys.
Instagram and
Maddie
TikTok
Richter
handle?
16 and is my Instagram, graduation year 16. Sorry, wrapping this up. And Queen Richter is my TikTok. Don't judge. I know. Queen Richter, Maddie Richter 16. Instagram message me.
It's
TikTok.
in the description.
Oh.
Love
Yeah,
you.
we'll link it
Love
for
you.
you guys.
Love you.
See you next week.
Bye.
Are you looking for your next case? Pluto TV has all your favorite crime dramas streaming for free,
You're gonna need some backup.
which means suspense is free.
Very cool.
Watch CSI New York, Criminal Minds, Blue Bloods, Tracker, FBI, and SWAT all for free.
You can't outrun this.
Someone is gonna pay for all this crime, but it's not gonna be you.
Take care of business, fellas.
Watch all the cases, all for free, from all your favorite devices.
We got you.
Feel the free. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.